Hi, and welcome to this month's Tekla Tips video. Today we're going to be taking a look at a couple macros to help us with arranging our marks in drawings. A really common type of detailing I see in the presentation of it looks very nice is when the marks are perpendicular, like I have over on the right side. Now I want to make you all aware of these two macros that we have is because it can save some time when you are manually having to move these marks to achieve the type of detail that you are trying to do. And what I'm specifically talking about is for arranging marks perpendicularly. Now they will sort of like snap horizontal or vertical when you're moving these. So if I was to do this the slow way, I'd be moving all these marks manually. They could be all over the place based on my mark placement settings and what my protection settings are. And if I undo, we can use these macros to help speed up that process. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find the marks that I want to have just horizontal or straight to the left or straight to the right of where that annotation is pointing to. So I can select those. I'll move the marks vertically to perpendicular. So all of those are adjusted, and then I can grab these two. I'll use the other macro, and those are going to be snapped. I might have to run this 2 times depending on what our output is. There we go. Okay, and as we move these, like maybe I want this one to be over here. I'm going to move the leader line for this mark as well, and I can just be sloppy with it, drag it over. I can double click that again and it will straighten those marks out. So this can definitely save some time by having to manually move all those marks around. And this is especially useful if we are dealing with tons and tons of objects. So let's look at a more complicated or complex example to see how these two macros can save you some time in detailing. Now I've moved into another model, and I'm going to create a drawing that has lots of different objects and show how quickly we can adjust those annotations to have a nice presentation style. This is just going to save you time manually having to move those marks or arrange them to look nicely for when you're ready to issue your drawings. So let's go ahead and create this drawing. I do have some predefined object level settings. So there's going to be a red hatch for the face for all my piles, and the piles are going to have their own part mark. So let's go ahead and create this drawing. And you can see in this example, it's much more complex than the previous one. To manually move those 5 or 6 rebar marks, it's not a significant time savings, but when we're dealing with this amount of marks that we need to move, it can definitely be time consuming, especially if you have to do the same type of movement for annotations in several drawings. So now I can just select all of these marks. I'll double click on that macro to adjust them. And I've noticed sometimes it might not correct all of them, or it seems like some of them are at 45-degree angles. So I just double click it again and it should fix those. We can see these move live, which is why I'm doing these in chunks rather than wait and watch all of them move. So you can see all of those are adjusting. Again, a couple didn't. They're stuck at like 45-degree angles, so let me just double click that again and it should go ahead and make everything correct. And then if there's some changes I need to make, like maybe this one needs to be down here. Let's just move this over to the left, and let's move that one down. We'll make this one horizontal. Okay, and then on those remaining marks right there, I'll find those, select them, double click the macro, and within a minute or so, I can adjust all of these marks to have a really nice presentation style. And I've noticed a lot of users that are manually moving their marks to be perpendicular. So I just wanted to spread some awareness for how useful these two macros can help you with finishing up, tidying your drawings. So that's all for today's video. If you have any questions, please make sure to reach out to your local Tekla support team, and we'll see you next time.